Hello everyone and welcome to the Auto Club Speedway for the third race of our NASCAR Ep.3 2023 career mode season, where we will be trying to get it done here and continue our streak of top 10s to try to make it 3 straight races in a row. As we get ready to see our stories of the race with involving 4 drivers. Ryan Preece has been struggling all weekend, so he will not be fast. And Kevin Harvick is your pole winner, so look out for him to be very fast today. And Riley Earp's failed tech inspection. He will start at the back of the field. And now we get ready in our new paint schemes as number 77. We have got a sponsorship deal for the rest of August to be sponsored by the movie Oppenheimer, directed by Christopher Nolan, as we are green and underway here at the Auto Club Speedway from 33rd place after a rough qualifying effort. We have our work cut out for us to get up into the top 10 as we are alongside Zane Smith and drafting up to Ryan Preece and Shane Van Gisbergen up in front of us here. Preece and SVG gotta find a way around them on the inside lane. That's what we will do. We will dive low here, get on the apron, go to the inside of both cars, make the pass, now get drafted behind the 13 of Chandler Smith to get up to the top 30. Now we will pass the 13, get around Chandler Smith right there, take that position, and draft up to Michael McDowell and Todd Gilliland. As we are continuing to move our way up through the pack right now, catching up to McDowell and Gilliland, we sailed off to the inside lane. Are taking them 3 wide for position here. Now we go by McDowell, Gilliland, still tight there on the back bumper. Noah Gragson for 27th. We got to try to stick it on the bottom here, try to avoid making any contact, and we're going to lose those positions we got on McDowell and Gilliland. We'll fall back to 30th place. We go crossing it back up to the high line of the racetrack. Drafting up behind the 38 of Gilliland and 34 of Michael McDowell. Try to make our move here through turn 1. We go low on the racetrack, give Gilliland the bumper, shoot him up ahead of Noah Gragson. We go by Gragson. Going through turn 2, we will clear Noah here for the 28th position, going inside of Austin Hill's 62 car, who we didn't notice there for a split second and appeared. Now we're battling him for 28th here as we go the inside of Hill, now sailing it off deep into 3 and 4. Go by him, got working by Todd Gilliland right here on the inside, 3 wide right there with Gilliland, and that is AJ Allmendinger way up on the high line. As we try to take 26th place here, but Allmendinger will clear us and we'll be 27th at the line. And Austin Hill gives us a big push here down the front straightaway as we try to power by Todd Gilliland to take this position, and we sail by AJ Allmendinger here into turn 1, 2 on the inside lane, trying to pass the 47 of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. for 25th. And we clear Allmendinger into 26th, and we start drafting up to the back bumper of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. to try to get into the top 25 here at Auto Club as we've gained some solid spots early in this race. Up 7 spots from the drop of the green flag. It's probably going to be a very slow move up through the field today, but we're going to try to make it happen. As you go on the inside of Stenhouse here, down the out of 3 and 4, come down the front stretch. We're going to take that 25th position. He keeps the nose ahead of us, and he's going to side draft us. And Stenhouse will maintain the position. We'll have to fall back behind him into 26th here with 11 to go in stage 1. Now we move on to the next lap. We've caught back up to Ricky Stenhouse here and sail way by him here into turn 1 and 2. We go right by Stenhouse on the inside lane and take the 25th position here at Auto Club from Ricky. And now we're setting our sights on Austin Dillon in the 3 up ahead in 24th and Eric Almirola in 23rd, as it's been a very slow charge here. That kind of stalling out back here around the 25th place area. Haven't really been able to gain too much as the run goes on. The tire wear really affects the handling, and we try to do our best with the handling that we are given with this car. So we're hanging tough right now. 25th, just got around Stenhouse, and our charge forward continues. As now we go by the 3 of Austin Dillon the next time by. We go on the inside of Austin Dillon here for 24th into turn 1 and 2. Send it really deep in the corner. Drive right by the 3 of Austin Dillon, clear him, and now get to the inside of the 20 Christopher Bell, but fall in behind him and try to draft up to take that 23rd spot from Christopher Bell's number 20 Toyota. As we continue to outperform really where our expectations are, but our goal here is a couple of top 20 finishes for this set. Well, for this race, we've already completed our 2-race top 35 incentive, but we're starting to improve, set higher expectations. We continue about Christopher Bell here for 23rd. We cleared him, so we're into 23rd here at Auto Club. We get around Bell and Austin Dillon that time by. Now 7 to go in stage 1. Now we want to a couple laps later. It's pit stop time. Harvick, your race leader, among others, have already come down pit road. Now it is our turn to come in. We have barely enough gas to bring in the pit road this time. Now we're going to slow her down and come in for our scheduled green flag pit stop here at the end of stage 1. Coming in hot, but we make it down to pit road speed limit and are in to get everything taken care of here. Get the pit stops, 4 tires, full tank of gas. We're actually only planning to take right side tires only this time here because there's 5 laps remaining in stage 1, so it's going to be a short pit stop to just take right side tires only, plus 2 cans of fuel. Should get us out maybe Higher than 23rd is the goal. Anything above that is going to be a win for us. So it's going to be a 11.6 second stop here as they change the right side tires right here as we fill up with gas. And they go around to their side, and that's going to do it. As we 2-tire stop, we come back out in front of the 10th Almirola, making contact. A very weird pit exit. But we right now come out currently scored in 18th place, which is not bad. That's pretty solid coming out 18th. That's better than where we were running, which is 23rd. So if we can cycle out to be above 23rd place in the running order, that's where we need to be. Now we're down to 19th as the car just went by us on the outside. That's Eric Jones. In the 43, Kyle Larson and others have pitted, so hopefully we can pass them as we cross the start-finish line. This time by, but Ty Gibbs going to give us a huge shove down this back straight and really showed us aggressively. We're sliding down the back straight. He's going to send us sailing off into 3 and 4 faster than we want to go in the corner. We really have to lift to keep it here on the bottom line and try to hold off Ty Gibbs behind us as he almost shipped us off to go right around us here as we try to hang on to this 19th position. And now we're going to pass some guys on the pit lane. Not really. So we're still going to be in 19th here. 3 laps to go in stage 1. We're going to passing Ross Chastain, I believe, here. So now we are in 19th, last lap of the stage. Ty Gibbs going to get around us here. The 54 is going to pass us. LaJoy gives us a huge shot way off into 1 and 2. Way deeper than we wanted to. We go way out of the groove, and LaJoy clears us. Gibbs gets by us. Haley and Almirola. Just like that, we drop back down to 23rd. Right back to where we were before. Right back to square one. Not the way we wanted to have that worked out. Nonetheless, here we are in 23rd on the racetrack. We send it into Ty Gibbs, and he goes sliding behind us. He saves it. He's in the wall. We're in the wall as we try to chase down the 10. That was our last desperate attempt right there to get revenge, because I was frustrated with Corey LaJoy after that bump and run he gave us. I'm not too happy about that. Bubba Wallace is your race leader, by the way. Last lap of stage 2 here. So we're 22nd, making our way now down 1 and 2, come down the back stretch, just trying to hang on here to have a net gain of 1 if we can stay ahead of Ty Gibbs here, which would be solid and exactly what we need to do. So we're ahead of Ty, coming down this back straightaway, and Bubba Wallace is going to come down the front stretch, and Bubba Wallace is going to win stage 1 here at Auto Club. And we are going to end up 22nd in the stage. Oh, trouble up ahead. There's a spinner. That is the 31 of Haley, and Harvick's blown an engine. Oh, my goodness. Chaos has erupted out of nowhere. We're up to 21st. The net gain of 1 as he scores ahead of Haley. But behind Harvick, Haley spun, and Harvick blew an engine. Unbelievable. See the stage results there as we get ready to pit. Oh, my God. I can't believe what just happened. He's wrecked in front of us. Luckily, we avoided it. We come down. All the works. 4 tires, full tank of gas. We restart in 20th. There alongside our Spire Motorsports teammate of Corey LaJoy, who had just punted us out of the way in the previous restart. So, you know, might have to get him back here. So we go on the outside of Corey LaJoy now, fighting for the position, trying to take the position here for 19th and charge our way forwards as we continue to try to improve from where we started and continue to improve from where we ended stage 1, which was 22nd. As we fight for 19th into turn 1 and 2 on the outside, Corey LaJoy, we clear him here into turn 1 and 2. So exactly what we needed to do to get on the bottom line, which is the preferred lane around this racetrack, to the inside of 10 of Eric Almirola for 18th. He's one of the guys you're fighting at the end of the stage as well. Then Eric Jones and Ross Chastain just ahead of us as we're going to get closer down to turn 3 and 4, keeping Chastain's draft. Staying in this lead draft is crucial for gaining positions as the restart goes on. Now we're going to go underneath Almirola, clear him. We're going to get by Eric Jones here, slide up into 17th place. We clear him behind Chastain. Jimmy Johnson on the outside. We give Chastain a bump. Can't quite pull him 3 wide because we would have no help. And we continue to drop some Chastain as we try to pass the 84 of Jimmy Johnson now for position down this front straightaway. As we work our way into turn 3 and 4, big drop on Jimmy. We sail it off underneath Johnson and Chastain. We go by the both of them now. So we pass Jimmy and Ross Chastain quite easily there. And now draft up the 99 machine of Daniel Suarez. And now as we go into 3 and 4, we try to move our way up into 14th as we're finally back in the top 15 now with this great charge at the beginning of the stage. We're getting to 15th, dropping up to Suarez, who is 14th, and Harrison Burton up ahead of him, who is in 13th place. As we work our way down this front straightaway here at Auto Club, down to 10 laps to go in stage 2 now as our charge forwards continues. Up to the back now, the 99 of Daniel Suarez. Big bump to the 99 Suarez right there. Shoot him up past Harrison Burton. Move Suarez up into 13th place. Now we have to slide him behind Harrison Burton and draft him as we try to move up into 14th place and try to get ourselves to put ourselves in a position to get a top 10, as we probably don't have the best of cars, but on the restarts we drive up and are able to hold that track position. We drive past Harrison Burton for 13th, way deep. He clears Suarez as well, and now alongside Kyle Larson for 12th. What a move here, coming down to the front straightaway. We can't slide him behind Larson. Suarez is too big around. Now he's getting the sucker hole right down the middle. Almirola, Suarez, and Kyle Larson to zoom all right by us, and we drop down to 15th with 9 laps to go in stage 2. And now as we move on, later that lap, we chase down Suarez into 3 and 4, sail right back by Daniel in the 99 car. And clear the 5 of Kyle Larson, 2 for 1 special, go right from 15th up to 13th, go right by Suarez and Kyle Larson, and now start drafting up to the 10 of Eric Almirola, now with 8 laps to go in stage 2. So we're heading 13th, our best running position of the day so far. Martin Truex Jr. is leading this way. Oh, trouble heavy slam the back of the 10 as that's Bubba Wallace has blown a tire. Your stage 1 winner into the wall, the 23. A dramatic turn of events puts Bubba Wallace in the wall and out of the race and gets us damage from hitting the back of the 10 as we now move into 11th place coming to the end of stage 2. And now we're waiting any second for the caution to be called for Bubba Wallace's crash with the blown tire as we hold 11th and try to chase down Denny Hamlin and Chase Elliott up ahead in 9th and 10th. But no caution will come. Now we move on to 3 laps to go in stage 2. It's getting close to pit stop time. We're currently running 9th, but guys have already pitted ahead of us and behind us. And we're trying to get strategy. If you go back to the inside of Harrison Burton for 8th here, he is on a strategy as well, so ours is staying out long. He's past us here. Now we're under fire from the Trackhouse cars of Chastain and Suarez, just trying to hold on to whatever positions we can here, but we're coming down pit road this time. So if we clear Chastain, which we will, from the great shove from Suarez, we're going to get as low as possible here. Get ready for our pit road entries. We fall behind the 21 Harrison Burton and start getting ready to lift off the throttle and start coming down, hit the brakes into the back of Harrison Burton hard. Get to the inside of him coming down pit road. We're going to be alongside him here as we come down for a 2 cans of fuel and 4 tire pits up. So we decide half a can, just enough to get to the end of the stage, and no tires, just gas. Lightning McQueen style pit call. No tires, just gas. Go, 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 go. A half a can pit stop here, and of course no tires. So it's going to be just enough to get to the end of the stage here, and we're going to have to just survive on old tires, as this is a gamble here we're making to try to get stage points. As I view that we're close enough where we can make this work. So it's going to be a quick in and out, 3.1 seconds stop, just like that, out we go. We get the fuel we need, and we are back out on the racetrack now, going to be scored in the 9th position right now on the racetrack, but Suarez and those guys still have to pit, which they do now. We'll see where we cycle out. Right now we've come out ahead of Brad Keselowski and Tyler Reddick, who were a ways ahead of us when we were about to pit. But we're going to cycle out a lot higher than we were running, that is for sure. So as a successful strategy call, Martin Truex Jr. is now going to be in 10th, chasing us down. We got 1.5 laps left in the stage. We just got to hang on for 1.5 more laps, and we're going to be in a great spot for big time stage points here. As we go through 3 and 4, Truex is gaining big time. That's the difference of old tires and new tires. He is just flying right up to us here. As here we are, last lap of stage 1 here at Auto Club. We're trying to block the 19 of Truex. As we pass all the guys on pit road, we're going to come out from enter 9th and exit running in 6th place. Easily the best we've been running all day. Well inside the top 10, just outside the top 5, P6. As we try to hold off Truex, and it looks like Suarez and a couple other guys are going to be pitting now as they come to the stage end. Truex peels underneath us, and he will take 6th away. We'll drop down to 7th. We had to let him go. He was just too quick. We couldn't block him. The old tires are so warm. We barely had. Now here comes Ty Gibbs once again. No, that's Ty. Sorry, that's Tyler Reddick in the 45, charging on our outside lane. And Reddick will go right by us. We can't hold him off, but we can at least try to hold off Brad Keselowski behind us back to the start-finish line here. So what we're going to try to do is we're going to pass all these guys who are on pit road back to the line. Right now we're 8th, but we are going to end stage 1 up in 5th place. A beautiful strategy call, gaining a ton of spots, going from outside the top 10 into 5th, getting 6 stage points as Suarez wins stage 1. And now we get back underway here in the stage 2. So sorry, Suarez won stage 2. So here in the final stage of racing, so it is with 18 laps to go, we get back underway. We are running here in the 18th position, as a matter of fact, racing alongside Tyler Reddick and Martin Truex. As we pitted, a lot of guys stayed out because they pitted so late into that stage. So basically, 16th on down are the guys that have pitted, up ahead of the guys that have stayed out on the racetrack. So myself, Truex, Reddick, we're trying to cycle out good here, but Chase Elliott took us 3 wide. And now we're losing spots down the back stretch, trying to side draft Chase Elliott for position. Mike McDowell behind him. Use a draft up ahead from J.J. Yaley and Martin Truex Jr. to make a move. As we sail it off here into 3 and 4, Elliott gets into us once again. We get in the back of Yaley and costs us another 2 spots here to himself and Michael McDowell. But we get a huge run here in the outside lane. trying to drop up to Martin Truex Jr. and SVG up ahead of us as we try to charge into the top 20. Denny Hamlin gives us a huge shove that we need here to get some momentum down this front stretch. We peel to the inside of SVG, make that pass, keep Hamlin shoved, and sail it off to get to the inside of Kevin Harvick, who was still in the race after looking like blowing an engine earlier, which is crazy. Now we go 3 wide with Michael McDowell and Tyler Reddick trying to charge back in the top 15. You see the 19 carving his way through the pack up ahead of us. I'm trying to get up to him, so I know that's going to be for the lead at some point in this run. Is Brad Keselowski leading, by the way, so now we're chasing down McDowell, Stenhouse, Austin, and we're going to give Stenhouse a huge bump. We're going to go 4 wide into 3 and 4. Stenhouse gets loose, he slides, but he saves it. Stenhouse saves it, we stay green, we continue racing. Now chasing down the 34 car of Michael McDowell. And the 36 of Zane Smith up ahead of us in 12th and 13th. We're currently scored in 14th. Then he gives us the big shove that we need here down this front stretch. Continue our charge forwards. And underneath Zane Smith, pass around him here in the 13th. Now we're trying to get by Michael McDowell and Austin Dillon. Try to get up in the top 10 here. We send it by and we get physical. Take those positions and get right alongside Martin Truex for a spot inside the top 10. Here we go. We're charging. And now McDowell goes by us. Huge block on Denny down the back stretch. He's going to give us a big shove by our teammate, the 7 of LaJoy now. As Hamlin's really going to shove us deep off into 3 and 4. This time we're going to go sailing up the racetrack past Eric Jones towards Michael McDowell and Martin Truex. Caution out on the racetrack. The caution has come out. Maybe, don't know why, but caution has come out, and it's a mixed bag of strategy. Looks like a decent amount of cars are pitting. Some are, some aren't. I'm not sure what to do here, but as we go up, looks like a lot more, so we are going to we're going to commit to this strategy here. And as we see Eric Jones commit to pit, we're going to come down, we're going to pit strategy, and 27 cars stayed out, so we drop all the way down to 32nd, but 28th is Brad Keselowski. It's the first car that pitted, as we're hoping that this is just enough fuel mileage to make it so we can try either A, stay out all the way and barely have enough gas to win this thing, or B, and our final pit stop, which will be very late in the race, take gas only and get back out there and try to salvage and hang on to whatever position we can. So we're back here in 31st. This final stage, Daniel Suarez leading. He's the first of the guys probably around the strategy that stayed out and didn't pit. He's on an older strategy. Then there's the middle strategy of Martin Truex, which was the group we were in before, and now our group back here, where we're already going 4 wide for the best car of the group down the backstretch with Bowman, Almirola, and Keselowski trying to get up in the top 30, and we'll send it way deep off in the corner underneath Loris Hesmans already, and find ourselves in a great spot. The first car who has just pitted for fresh tires in 24th, giving the 41 of Ryan Preece a huge shove right ahead of us. He runs to 23. Here comes Keselowski though. He trains back by on the outside. Myself and the 2 RFK cars, Keselowski and Buescher, we're charging through the pack together. So we go underneath Chandler Smith in the 13. I'm going to get to work underneath the 15 of Riley Earps here, coming down through turn 1 and 2. Underneath Austin Cindric, give JJ Yaley a big shot through the corners. Just like that, we're now in the top 20 as we continue our quick charge up through the midfield and get up into contention. Slam the side of Brad Keselowski, a huge save. I did not see him coming on the outside, and I just slammed right into him there. That's completely my fault there. I did not see him, and he gets way ahead of us now as we dive through 3 and 4 underneath Todd Gilliland and Shane Van Gisbergen. Trying to work our way up past SVG, which we will. Now we're going to try to work by Ty Gibbs as we're going to clear SVG, block him, but here comes Buescher back in our outside lane, battling for 18th. Buescher has it at the moment and looks to hold it. We're side drafting big time here, heading into 3 and 4. Big side draft. Now catching to the back of Austin Hill and Ty Gibbs. We take them 3 wide, drive it in deep off into the corner, clear both of them. Now catch up to Zane Smith's 36 machine and Brad Keselowski in the 6th car up ahead in 14th. He's the best car on our strategy as we pass Zane Smith. Are now officially back into the top 15 of the running order here at Auto Club, as we continue to have a very solid run, exceeding the expectations set for us here at Spire Motorsports. Now work by the 3 of Austin Dillon for 14th. We clear him, and now got to block the 17 of Chris Buescher. Jimmy Johnson up ahead. Next guy we're trying to find a way by. He runs in 13th as Brad Keselowski continues his forward charge a lot quicker than we can. Truex now the race leader. So in that middle strategy, he's of course the top car on that strategy. See if it works for him. As we catch up to the back of the 84 of Jimmy Johnson to try to make a pass for 13th, going down the back stretch, heading to turn 3 and 4. We'll try to make it happen. Here we go, the inside of Jimmy Johnson. We're going to make the pass up at the 13th. Here we go by Jimmy and Harrison Burton for 12th. We're going to be alongside him. I remember we were racing alongside him earlier when we were pitting at the end of stage 2. On our strategy, we are going to clear Harrison Burton for position, but Busher gets back in our inside, and Busher gets around us. And now we're going to give Ross Chastain a shove down this front straightaway with 8 laps to go in this race. Like I said, Chastain's going to get clear ahead of us, but we dive low here through 1 and 2. We're going to clear Ross Chastain, moving to 12th place. We try to close into the 2 RFK Fords of Busher and Kozlowski, who seem to have just bested us on the strategy now. We are running in 12th here later in the run, trying to get by the 14 of Chase Briscoe to get up into 11th place, and that's what we will do. But here comes the 48 of Alex Bowman to our inside. He'll be the 3rd car in our strategy to pass us besides the 2 RFK cars. And there goes the 48. Bowman gets around us for 11th, and we slide back in 12th place here at Auto Club as our forward charge. We hopefully try to continue here as this run goes on. Kevin Harvick, though, now leading this race, trying to make his strategy work as he's gotten around the 19 of Martin Truex Jr. So somehow Harvick has finagled his way back into the race lead after basically blowing an engine earlier, which is wild. But congrats to Kevin. He's done a whale of a job. As we need to track down Alex Bowman for the 11th position on the racetrack. So far, no luck, but we charge it deep here into 3 and 4, trying to make the pass. And we're going to stay ways behind him as the cars are pitting in front of us, a lot of them. Daniel Suarez, Denny Hamlin, a whole bunch of cars who are on that older strategy. They all pit, and we cycle out to be in 6th place here as we cross the line in a great spot in the running order. As we make our way here through turn 1 and 2. Truex staying out a little bit longer in his strategy, but after that it's pretty much Brad, Busher, Bowman, and myself. We're going to be cycle out to be at least your top 4 beside the next pit cycle begins. So here we are getting ready to come in. It's our last pit stop. Myself, Brad, Bowman, and Busher, we stayed out as long as we can. For us, it is time to come in. We got to come in for fuel because we can't make it all the way. So guess what? We're making the strategy call that we did at the end of stage 2, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a fuel-only pit call here at Auto Club. It's going to be half a can of fuel only, just enough to get us to the finish. That's all we need here. And we're going to try to cycle out higher than we probably going to be running, which is we're running around down 10th to 12th area. If we cycle out way higher than that, that's an absolute win. So now we're going to come in for the pit stop. So gas man has to be absolutely on point here. Comes in, fills her up, 3 seconds of gas, and we're going to get back out on the racetrack. Ahead of the 17 of Chris Buescher, we come out right now, scored in 6th place, but Brad Keselowski just pitted. And I believe Corey LaJoy has to pit as well. And Michael McDowell is going to go by us. That is a position on the racetrack. Joey Logano as well. And I'm going to block the 9 of Chase Elliott. A huge block on the 9. He slammed the back of us hard, but that guy's ahead of Buescher. So that's what we needed. He's going to shove us way, way down the backstretch. We're going to take the white flag this time as Bowman temporarily has lead from Keselowski as they rake their way down pit road. But who's going to pass them here on this alternate strategy as we try to hold off Chase Elliott out of 4, which we will. We barely clear him once again as we go flying by. The new leader is going to be Kevin Harvick in the 4, looking for back-to-back wins here. Sorry, looking for his first win of the season, as of course Chase Elliott won last episode at Vegas, and we won the Daytona 500. So we're here in 4th place after the cycle is completed, which is amazing. We had the perfect strategy, got us out ahead of Elliott and Buescher, and I'm going to try to block them both to bring home P4. Looks like Harvick is going to win, and Mike Dowell and Logano are going to battle out for second. So 3 and 4 for the final time here at Auto Club. It is going to be Kevin Harvick in his final season in the NASCAR Cup Series, driving into victory lane. Kevin Harvick wins that Auto Club, and we're going to come home to cross the line for an incredible 4th place finish here at Auto Club, and getting our 3rd straight top 10 in a row and our 2nd top 5 on the season. How about that? That is amazing. And now we see the final race results. Of course, Harvick, your winner, Logano, your runner-up, Michael McDowell, 3rd, myself in 4th, continuing to well exceed expectations. Chase Elliott runs out your top 5. Buescher, Hamlin, Harrison Burton, Tyler Reddick, and Martin Truex Jr. round out your top 10. You see down here, Suarez was 11th, Kyle Larson 12th. You got Jimmy Johnson in 14th, Alex Bowman 16th, Ty Gibbs down in 20th. Then you find Brad Keselowski down in 26th. Strategy did not work out for him at all. And then further down, you're going to find the real stragglers like Eric Jones, Ryan Blaney, Bubba Wallace, and Timmy Hill, who all DNF'd in 37th through 40th. And now we're going to see the updated playoff standings shortly after just 3 races of the season. We're going to see the regular season point standings. We somehow remain the points leader by just 9 over Chase Elliott with our tremendous runs we've been having. And then is Logano, Truex, Keselowski, Bowman, Harvick, Gibbs, Suarez, Michael McDowell, Harrison Burton, Tyler Reddick, AJ Allmendinger, Jimmy Johnson, Zane Smith, and Austin Cindric, your top 16 playoff drivers at the moment. And now we head back to see the playoff grid. The fastest lap of the race is going to be Kevin Harvick with a 41.11. And Kevin Harvick also led the most laps, seeing 14 laps here at Auto Club. And on the move is going to be myself with our miraculous 29 spot gain from 33rd to 4th with lots of strategy. And a tough break and go to Bubba Wallace. Starts 4th, ends up 39th. Stage 1 winner DNFs. Tough day for Bubba. And now we go to see the playoff grid. And now it says we completed the incentives. Now we have momentum. The team's got momentum, so it's give us a plus 10% speed boost, which, oh my god, that's going to be amazing at Phoenix in the next episode, which is one of the tougher tracks. That's a championship preview right there. But we start next incentive to be 3 top 20s. 5 races, got to higher up those expectations, got to raise them expectations. Now we're going to look at the reputation breakdown here, and it looks a lot better. Harrison Burton's upset, but then we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 drivers annoyed at us, which is not bad. Stenhouse, Larson, Hesmans, and all them. We go all the way down. We got a lot of guys starting to be a lot nicer to us. To being polite, we got Bell, Reddick, Chandler Smith, Allmendinger, Buescher, Cindric, Dillon, Elliott, Austin Hill, Erbst, Jones, Truex, Bubba, Briscoe. Then you got Hamlin, Harvick, and Jimmy, McDowell, and LaJoie are all nice with us, so that's good. We're making some friends here in the Cup Series as we look at the playoff grid. Myself, Elliott, Harvick, all locked in with our 3 wins. And you can see the rest of the playoff grids as I scroll down. So until next episode, I hope you all have a good one.